So basically, you see, there's a lot of people who died painfully. Like, for example, in Africa, people die without food and hunger. Sometimes I ask myself, like, why is God doesn't help them?
Alright, so this is a very common question. This question you're asking is not a strange question or something. That's why Allah in the Quran, you're Muslim, yeah? So Allah in the Quran, He answers this question Himself many times, actually. Yes, I will tell you. Don't worry about it. So Allah, He says in the Quran, for example, He says, كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر عسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله أعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. Yes, so this is one part of the answer. That Allah, He prescribed fighting, and it's something you hate. It causes pain, it causes death. You know, that you could love something and it's bad for you, and you could not like something and it's good for you. Allah in the Quran, He also mentions الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. The one who created life and death to test you, which of you are best in deeds. So it's a test. Allah, He mentions in the Quran وَلَقَدْ بَلَوْنَاكُمْ بِالْحَسَنَاتِ وَالسَّيِّئَاتِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَرْجَعُونَ or تُرْجَعُونَ. That Allah, He has tested you with good things and bad things so that you may come back. So this is the answer. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said, عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ إِنَّ أَمْرَهُ كُلَّهُ لَهُ خَيْرٌ وَلَيْسَ ذَاكَ لِأَحَدٍ إِلَّا لِلْمُؤْمِنِ إِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ سَرَّاء شَكَرَ وَإِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ ضَرَّاء صَبَرَ وَشَكَرَ. That wonderous is the affair of the believer, and that his affair is all good. If good things happen to him, he's thankful. And if bad things happen to him, he's patient and he's thankful. So the simple answer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Hakim. And hikmah is وَضْعُ الشَّيْء فِي مَكَانِهِ الصَّحِيحِ, or putting something in its appropriate place. So Allah, sometimes it may seem that He's doing something, it hurts, something like that, no problem. Because it's a test, because He wants to see what you're going to do, how are you going to react. Because if there was no such test, what is the point? It's like, imagine going to, where you go GCSEs or something, or A-levels now, what do you have? A-levels, yeah? It's my guess, I don't know. Yeah, so imagine you do all this learning, yeah, and then in year 13 or college, second year of college, you sit down and they put an examination paper. You open it up and it says, give me your name, blah, 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 and it has no questions inside of it. You're going to say, what kind of examination is this? Right?
People say that Allah Rahim. Like some people say a woman in Africa with her child dies from hunger. They say Allah Rahim, that Allah should help them.
Why should He? Because actually, maybe He is helping them through the other world. Let me tell you something interesting. Remember, the atheist, the mulhid, he does not believe in the akhirah. Does not believe in heaven, hell. Does not believe in the day of judgment and these things, right? So the atheist, he's the one who is saying these kids are dying in vain. We are not saying that. We are saying the child who is killed, the baby, رفع القلم عن ثلاث النائم حتى يستيقظ الصبي حتى يحلم النائم حتى يستيقظ والصبي حتى يحلم والمجنون حتى يعقل. Meaning that the child, if he is killed, let's say, Allah may be giving him some kind of rewards, but it's in the akhirah. You see, because what we think is that all we see in front of us is that which is happening, bad thing. But actually, there's so many new chapters to the story that you don't know. Let me tell you what it's like. It's a story, brother. Let me tell you the story, yeah? There's three men, blind, blind. And they went to the zoo. Okay. So the first blind man, he held the elephant's tail. They will all have to see the elephant. First one, he said the elephant tail. Okay? Came back. So what? And the second one, he touched the elephant ear. And he came back. The third one, he touched the elephant's foot. And he came back. They asked the first blind man, what's the elephant like? He says, very hairy creature. They asked the second blind man, what's the elephant like? He said, it's a very wavy creature. They asked the third man, what's the elephant like? He said, it's a very scaly creature. All three blind men didn't know what the elephant was like. Do you know why?
Because they're blind.
Because they're blind, and what else?
They didn't touch it fully.
Yes, that's right, Ahmed. They didn't know the full picture of it. So it's likewise, me and you, when we see the child dying in Africa, we're only seeing juz, we're not seeing the kull. We're seeing part, we're not seeing the whole. It's like the blind man that's touching the hairy tail of the elephant and thinks that the elephant is a hairy creature. So what we say is, just because you see that the elephant is like that, yeah, it doesn't mean that that's all that the elephant is. That's why we believe in akhirah. You know, wallahi, if we understood the Islamic understanding of the akhirah, we would not have these questions. You know why? In the Quran it tells us, يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا, إلا ساعة من نهار, like this. It's like 1 hour. Subhanallah, the Quran says that in the hereafter, it's like we only be like in this dunya for 1 hour or something like this. And there's a hadith, very, very powerful hadith, which says that when some people ukhmisu fil nar and ukhmisu fil jannah, they literally been immersed in the hell, and then they'll say, I've never had a good day ever. The ones who've been put in heaven, he'll say, I never had a bad day ever. He forgets everything. That child in sub-Saharan Africa who've been killed in cancer, AIDS, whatever, malaria, he dipped ukhmis into heaven like that. He wouldn't even remember that. It'll be nothing. It'll be like not even a memory.
I have a second question.
Yes.
Say that
is that satisfactory though?
Yeah.
Do you see what we mean now? Yeah. Because we have to remember the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wallahi, this hadith is so beautiful, amazing. I love it. Let me tell you one more hadith. He put his finger into the sea, and he said like the dunya to the akhirah is like a drop in the ocean, like that. If all of the hardship happening, World War I, World War II, malaria, AIDS, cancer, all of that, it's basically a drop in the ocean compared to the hereafter. When you realize this, then you start to contextualize. Yes, you start to realize there's a bigger picture of the situation. And remember, us as the Muslims, we are the ones who are saying, the ones who go through pain, they are tahur, inshallah, we say. It's expiation of the sins. It's meaningful pain because it's a test. It's something, could be to punish, could be this, could be Allah alam. It's basically wisdom from Allah. Those other ones, the atheists, they say it has no meaning. They say it's like saying, a body, yeah, my body. I cut you into 3 pieces. They say all it is rearrangement of atoms and carbon. Because what is it? There's no intrinsic value in these things. So they are the ones, the atheists, who have this problem, not us. Ironically, they ask us about this issue. They say, why do you believe in this? Say, it is your worldview that necessitates the intrinsic valueless of the situation. We are the ones who make pain meaningful. I'm not going to say the only religion, because other religions make pain meaningful as well. But theists and religious believers, yeah, especially the ones who believe in Allah and the Messenger and Islam, they make pain meaningful. Pain is meaningful. Whereas for them, pain is not meaningful. It's meaningless. That's why they kill themselves. They can kill themselves. Because why? Why should I live pain? Let me kill myself for khalas. But for us, this is a test. This is sabr. This is like that. So this is why it's important, you see. We have to look at the big picture.
Thank you so much.
Anytime, Habibi. Take care, my friend.